Hello everybody. Good morning. Actually, I should say good afternoon. Had a little snafu with my printer and it would not print for me, so I will just tell you thank you for shopping at jackiebloom.stampinup.net, and I'll go back to it later and it'll find it no problem and print it no problem. But for now, it didn't want to print it. All right, so give me just a second. Hopefully the computer has caught up. And I am live. Yes, here we are. Oh, where'd it go? Okay. And let's just make it a little bigger. Good. All right. Oh, let's turn on the camera, or the lights. That's a little better. All right, so this paper pack is the Gathering Together. And the reason why I was waiting on the video is because I had ordered the stamps that went with this, and I thought I had ordered the dies. Well, I didn't. So I was waiting for those dies to come, and I'm so happy that I did. Anyway, I hope you're having a great afternoon. I hope your week went well. Say that 3 times. WWW. Week went well, and you're going to have a wonderful weekend. All right, so let's start off with the paper pack. Pretty wood grain. On the back of that is this, oh, so pretty. It's got some gold in it, and it's got old olive, light and dark, which is great with our two-tone cardstock, don't you know? Just waiting for the camera to catch up to see if you can see that good. Not really. I'll have to take some still shots. Next up is pretty fall paper on a white background. I'm saying that so that way you'll recognize when I show you the next one. This is that lovely leaf pattern that we have an embossing folder for. Yay. This one, I don't know if you can see too well, but it's like these little, let me stand up. Oh, there we go. These little dots. It almost reminds me of like cheetah print or something. Love that one. Next is the piece that I've been playing with. So again, this has some gold there. Maybe that way you can see it. So that's on the back of that. And the next piece is this one, which is on a lighter, but it's different. Here, let me show you. It's different than this one. And there's one more, oh, sorry. One more variation. I'm just going to show you all 3 of those together. Isn't that pretty? So this is more of on a basic beige background, and these 2 are more white. This one has, you know, this is more of the darker fall colors. This still has the yellows and greens in it. So I thought that was really cool. And then on the back side, so you already saw these. On the back side, if I can get it now, is another wash of a wood grain that matches that one that I first showed you. And then we've got this pretty pattern, come on, which is kind of, I don't know, it's like a little star in a circle-y thing. This one, which is a very pretty plaid. That one does not have any gold in it, but this one does. Isn't that pretty? So there's a look at the paper pack. Sorry, I didn't mean to put all of the light stuff together. I like to kind of do it like this so you can see a little bit more. And there is a nice little look at that paper pack. Love it, love it, love it for all your fall. And don't forget, could be fall birthdays, right? Can be anything. Put that over there because I'm going to be using that. This is the stamp set that I was waiting for the dies to come, and it's the beautiful pumpkins. And so let me show you. I love these little bits. And then the stamps are photopolymer, which look like that. And the next one, that's beautiful pumpkins, is branching out. And if for nothing else, if you don't like the stamp set, buy the dies. Look at the dies. Oh, I know, you just want to go, oh, All those nice, lovely shapes, and even all these little extra bits are very, very cool. And I can't wait to play with this one with some Christmas and some little white snow flakes on there. And yeah, anyway. So I pulled out some basic beige and some white, and I just started playing. So this is pumpkin pie, which is not in the kit, but I wanted my pumpkin to be orange, on that orange color. Now I could have probably done Cajun Craze in a two-tone effect if I wanted. Words I did with crushed curry and early espresso, so everything except for this pumpkin pie is in the color combo. And the two colors I didn't use was the basic beige and the old olive. And that'll make more sense in a minute. Okay, so let me get rid of these word ones. And let me show you a little playing that I was doing. So, this is like a two-step process. This is your bigger image, I guess, and this is the smaller image. Okay, and I have to try and remember what I did. I think I did, bear with me, I think I did the light one or the dark one. I don't remember, so let's just play. So I'm going to show you, and hopefully my head doesn't get in the way, a couple of, and I'm going to wait just a second in case I did it the other way. I'm going to open up pumpkin pie, and I got to kind of, hopefully my head's not in the way, and I know that's not a very good image. That's better. Okay. Yes, I did the dark first because then it's easier to overlay that. And this is where the point where I said, oh, I don't like all that white, right? So what I did is I took the crushed curry and I took the bigger one, which is this one that I just did. Let me wipe that off because, and then I'm going to dry it, make sure they're dry. And then I'm going to go in crushed curry, and I'm going to turn it upside down. And the reason why, and hopefully you can see, is that I'm just finishing out that outer part. And I think I did second generation to begin with. Okay, so I'm going to do that one more time, but with the, I didn't like the starkness of the white. I'm not going to do this again. So now I'm showing you what I did on the cards. So I brought out some basic beige because that was just too stark. And I stamped it up again. Now you'll notice, I don't know if you noticed the first time, but this gives you like, let me hold it up. This gives you like two-tone effect already. It's already lighter in some parts and darker than other parts, right? I think it does the same on this one a little bit. Not as much. This is more of your solid one. So let's get that inked up again. And it's very easy if you put the dark one down to find the line to match it. And then cut it out. Like so. Okay? Isn't that pretty? And it does seem a little dark now, but it will dry lighter. Okay? And I decided on this one, I left the whiter, what would have been the white areas, I left it because I kind of like the contrast and because I was using other basic beige, so it worked. Okay, alrighty. So that's the stamping technique I have for you, which is basically figuring out which layer makes it easier for you to do the second piece of it. Sometimes it's putting the lighter one, sometimes it's putting the darker one. So you just have to kind of play and figure out what works best. And then don't forget that, you know, it's just a stamp. It's just a little piece of paper and a little bit of ink. So play and figure out what you can come out with. And I think that's how people come up with making it alternate things, is they just play with their stamps and their dies, and it's paper and a little bit of ink and your time. So that is how I did that. And let me show you, get this stuff out of the way, the bling that I used. And I could have used new bling. I have some new bling that would work, but I wanted to let you know that it's okay to pull out your existing bling and use it up. And this one especially was so pretty. I could have used all 4 of the colors, but I stuck to the 3. And this one is, in case you're wondering, and last I checked it was still online, so forgive me if it's gone now. But I'm just encouraging you to go to your items you have and use them up. This is 164060, and this is the faux glass dots, and they're kind of muted, which I liked. This one I did for a reason, which you'll see, and I love these. I don't know if you can see that there we go. There's some little like zigzag sewing lines in there, if you will. Okay, and they're a little shinier. And this is the Pecan Pie Clear Ribbon Adhesive Backed Dots. Wow, say that 3 times. The number is 164204. So don't be afraid to pull out your bling. Oh, I do have one more thing I wanted to show you. Here's some of those pieces. Hold on just a sec. Here's some of these stamped out pieces that you get. So there's the dark and the light version. Hopefully you can see that. And I punched a bunch of them, and I'll show you why in just a second. Once I get them all over here. Okay. So, again, I was just playing. Let me see. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. Don't have anything else to put it on. Let's see. What can I put it on? Let's put it on here. So I'm going to put this on here. This is the dark side of Old Olive, and it's the 2-tone cardstock. But if you take this one, I'll show you where these come from, so you know. So I did these 3 dies. Okay, this is the big one. This one is actually this 2-toned one, but this is in the lighter color, and I noticed that, boom, you could make your own 2-tone color by just throwing that one over the top of there. Okay, now it didn't work to put it over the top of this one because you see a little bit of it, but you could also put these little guys over the top of the little ones, and that worked well. So that just gives you kind of a 2-tone look without having to do much. And it gives you a little bit of depth too, because it's building on it. Same thing with this one. You can take a big leaf, that's from the 2-leaf one, and just put the bigger leaf over the top. Okay, so that's what I did with the cards that I'm going to show you. So that's just another tip. Play with it. See what you got. Who knows what you'll come up with. Okay. All right. Let's get rid of those guys. And I will put those. I always have the 2 paper rubber band together, and I will throw these extra bits right in the front of this envelope. So the next time I'm doing something, if the color works out okay, then I've already got some pieces. Okay, just like that. Easy peasy. All right, so first card I did is this one. I'm going to pull it in close so you can see it. This one does have that little bit of gold there. Hopefully you can see that. And I'll take a still shot. And like I said, I use the 3 gems. This is the lighter and the darker, and then the green and the darker. Okay. And I wanted to pull in a little bit of this yellowy color, so I did the crushed curry for my words. Okay. There's card number 1. Oh, and this also has, on this die, you can either, or on the stamp set, I should say, you can either stamp it or there's a die. So this one has the die, and the next one has the stamp. So, and this is on basic beige background. All right, next one. So I don't know if you saw last week, I did this wreath. I did this wreath in the, what is it called? Oh, here it is right here. Duh. Here it is right here. In the earth tone metallic paper. So what I did was I just put my paper in with this die, you know, that shape, and I cut it out of the paper, of the foil, metallic paper. Oh my gosh, use your words. I cut it out of the metallic paper, and then I embossed it with this embossing folder, and you get this. Isn't that pretty? So you can see, if you look right here, there's where the opening is. So the wreath is actually much bigger. I think it would be great for like a scrapbook page. It'd be really pretty if you just ran it across and did, you know, several. Anyway, so this one I did the same thing. I've got the two-tone color here, and this one is stamped, where this one was the die cut. And I did use those pecan ones with the little stuff in them, which you cannot see, on this one. Okay. And again, it's on basic beige. Just kind of gives you a nice neutrally pattern. What else is different? I don't think so. Oh, this one I used the early espresso for my words. Okay. And don't forget those people that have a fall birthday. You could easily put happy birthday in there, or birthday wishes. You know, it doesn't have to be just for fall, right? These pumpkins, you've seen pink pumpkins, yellow pumpkins, cream colored pumpkins. So if it's a boy's birthday, make it a blue pumpkin, two-tone blue pumpkin. And maybe I'll do that as a bonus card for this week. If I get to it, I've got to get outside and do some yard work. Anyway, I wanted to say which one's your favorite. Thank you for shopping with me, and I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.